And I would like to invite Sabine Stock, Executive Board Member of the ÖBB-Personenverkehr AG, to our stage for her presentation.
Dear Madam Minister, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, rail community, a very warm welcome also from my side. I stand in today for Andreas Mate, our CEO, who had to cancel his keynote, but still sends his very warm welcome to Vienna to all of you. We are very proud. I need to put this higher? Yes. Do I need to repeat the beginning? I thought it was meant to be like that. Do I need to start over again? I just said hello. Good. At ÖBB, we are very proud to be the host partner of the World Passenger Festival. We are so glad it came to Vienna for many reasons that Leonore Gewessler already said. We believe this festival is right on the pulse of time and the absolutely right moment to bringing world leaders of public transport together. And I think the shared question we all have here in this room is, how do we manage to get even more people on public transport and leave the car at home? At ÖBB, this question is on our minds every day, and we know it's also on the mind of politicians and people in Brussels. Everybody is busy with this question. With the Green Deal, the European Commission has set an ambitious goal of reducing emissions in the transport sector by 90% up to 2050. We all know this is indeed very ambitious and needs a lot of measures in the different sectors, as Leonore Gewessler just said. But it's up to us, to the railway companies, to be the pioneers of this. And I believe everybody here in this room shares the vision that we really want to be pioneering this effort. We must do our homework for this, and we need the support of politicians. On both of these sides, I'd like to expand a bit. First, I'm sure we all agree in this room that the free movement of people and goods is at the very cornerstone, is the very bottom, the base of the European idea. To make this a reality, we need a rail system that overcomes national borders. This only works with European standards and digitization. We will achieve the climate target only if rail companies think and act together and make optimum use of the rail network. It's up to us. It's also up to politics. We know this. I'll put in an anecdote. We'll had our minister delayed on a night jet once for 4 hours because on one of the borders, the train driver didn't have the right key. And of course, he's supposed to have that. It was a mistake we took, and I think I brought chocolate or something, flowers. But the point is, in a time where every European border we are crossing, we have to exchange the train drivers. It's just a system, an operational system that is very hard, and it's very hard on this basis to satisfy customers. So while Europe needs more rail, I'd say also rail needs more Europe. That's the first conclusion for this room. Second, I'd like to expand very briefly on true cost pricing. You all know, as a lot of the cost of road traffic is passed on to society, society must pay the bill for the pollution from exhaust gases, CO2 emissions, and many other factors. There's in many European countries toll-free roads for all kinds of transport. Air traffic, on the other side, has an exemption from some taxes, kerosene, for example, and rail, which is not only the most environmentally friendly, but also the most efficient mode of transport, with the exception of the bicycle, it has a disadvantage in Europe's tax system. That's why I would really like to stress, let's take these facts into account from a politics side and create an even playing field. Thirdly, and now I come to what we need to do as rail companies, we need, and I firmly believe this, we need to meet our customers' expectations even better than what we do today. Here in Austria, we are currently experiencing a rail boom. We have 20 more passengers in our long distance, 20% more passengers in our long distance trains than we had before the pandemic. That's a huge uplift in passenger numbers. And we do know that our customers expect us to create the capacity both in trains as well as the network. Within the last years, we have constantly expanded our offers. Every second long-distance train of ÖBB does not start or end in Austria. So by definition, we are an international rail company, and I think we have to work on this even better. The Nighted has been mentioned already. It's, of course, a kind of flagship in this international travel. We do this with strong partners. Veronique from SBB is here, with the partners SNCF and SNCB, so France and Belgium, and the partners in Berlin, Deutsche Bahn. We will open new night trains directions this year, which will not even remotely come near Austria. They will go from Berlin to Paris and Berlin to Brussels directly, and thus expanding the network for our customers. We are proud to be the first rail company in Europe to bring new night jets on the tracks. I will expand on this a little bit later, and you'll also have the opportunity to see it in the stands. It will start its operation from Vienna to Hamburg and from Hamburg to Innsbruck in December this year, fingers crossed. However, as I said before, and I know one of the colleagues on the panel later on will share this experience, it is a very complicated operating business. It's very difficult and costly to operate. We need help from politics to make this work. We need more favorable track access urgently, especially for the night trains. We need support in the initial phase, and we need potentially also support from transport contracts. Else, this difficult and complicated operational model will not fly. A fourth point, and this has also been mentioned, most of you today, you came, I hope, by public transport, but not by a train, because there is no train to Messe-Wien. So thinking about the whole customer journey, I think is absolutely crucial, because the whole customer journey on public transport must be the easiest way. It's not helping if we have a high-end train from Vienna main station to some other main station, if afterwards the route is so very complicated. In ÖBB, we have two offers for this. One is our 360 offer, we call it, because it really covers the whole 360-degree space, from e-scooters to bikes. And we have with our Postbus shuttle, it's not a beautiful English word, but anyway, it's called Postbus, has a shuttle, on-demand service, where in rural areas, where actually just creating a train line is not an option, should make it easier for passengers to access public transport. In total, ladies and gentlemen, dear community, I'm convinced with only this comprehensive set of measures, where politics as well as we as railroad operators have to contribute our part, we'll be able to actually shape and achieve the mobility transition. Let's work together. I think this festival is a wonderful opportunity to do so, to continue doing so. I wish us all a wonderful festival, wonderful, inspiring discussions and ideas. Thanks a lot.